Hey, what is up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome to Minecraft Hardcore. This mode is the same as normal Minecraft, but with a twist. If you die, your world is deleted. Permanently. The stakes are higher, the challenges are bigger, and the monsters are meaner. So join me as I explore Minecraft Hardcore 1.17 edition. If you are enjoying this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe for more content, and be sure to hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload. Without further ado, let's get into the 200 days. I haven't been on this world in so long, I almost forgot where I was. First thing we're gonna do is head back to our home and finish some of the improvements we started in our first 100 days. I never actually finished the basement with the sandstone, so let's actually get to placing that, and then we can start worrying about what to do next. Now this is starting to come together. We finished all the sandstone, and let's turn this into a storage room. I think that would be a nice use for this space. So we're going to get a bunch of chests evenly spaced along the walls like this, and then we're going to get some item frames so that we can get properly organized. All my shulker boxes are currently being used to store all this random stuff, so I think let's go through the chests and just empty them out, then sort the stuff so that we can actually start using the shulker boxes for proper storage. It's not perfect, but as you can see, each thing has its own little spot and the item frame telling me what's inside. So I think it's time to move on to something else. For this segment of the 200 days, I want to focus on building farms that I've never tried before. So we're going to need tons of magma blocks from the nether if we're going to build our first gold farm in 1.17. I filled up about 2 shulker boxes full of magma blocks, so now the next step is going to be to find the nether waste biome. I was able to confirm the nether waste biome nearby, get the coordinates, and now let's head back and get some other supplies that we're going to need to build this farm. I'm also going to need a ton of scaffolding, so that's why we have all these bamboo in this shulker box. We're going to convert that into scaffolding so that I don't fall off while I'm building this thing. So now that I'm back in the nether waste biome with all my utensils, or with all my tools and resources, we're going to go to the ceiling and see if we can glitch our way above the map. So word on the street from the cool kids is that if you get to a certain Y level at the roof of the nether, you can actually phase through with an ender pearl, sorry, not a nether pearl, and get to the top. Alright, so we have to find this corner angle right here and just aim between it and throw a pearl, and it should, okay, so we're above the roof of the nether now. So I looked it up online. You can actually destroy bedrock in Minecraft 1.17, and I think older versions, by building this contraption with some TNT, some pistons, a lever, and a trap door. And what you're supposed to do is kind of just wedge yourself underneath the trapdoor like this, and then you flip the lever, and you're supposed to spam the piston placement like this, and there we go. And once it explodes, apparently it's gonna trick the game, and wow, okay, yeah, it removes the bedrock. I think it tricks the game into thinking a piston is there instead, thus removing the bedrock. So now we can actually get back down to our ladder. This is pretty awesome. Now that I have my exit, I need to put about 255 pieces of scaffolding to hit height limit, and then we can start building from the top. Even though I have my elytra on, this is still scary climbing this. I don't feel safe, and I don't want to fall. And now, to prevent every spawn except for zombie pigmen spawns, we're gonna have to put slabs above our actual farm just to prevent gas from spawning up here. Alright, so now that the slab ring has connected, you can see it just makes these 2-layered oval shape or circle shape. And we're gonna actually have to fill in all of this with the slabs, but it's coming along nicely, and then we're gonna put the magma blocks underneath this. So now we need to place the magma blocks in the same shape as the slabs. You can see the zombie pigmen are already spawning. We had some issues with gas earlier. I think I might have misplaced a block somewhere. Yep, there we go again, another gas. So we're gonna get out of here before it blows me up. I completed the slab roof, but some gas are still spawning, so I think my magma block placement might actually be incorrect somewhere, so I'm gonna have to double check that. Now that we have all the magma block rings completed, we're gonna do this quartz ring in the center, and that's where we're gonna funnel all the zombie pigmen to so that we can kill them. So we have this platform that I need them to fall into, and then I'm gonna stand on the other side, and I can hit them freely, and all the drops will fall down. The final step before we test this thing out, I'm going to build this little ring down here for where we can collect our drops from. As you can see, we have tons of double chests and hoppers linked together. and then we're gonna go up there and test it out and see if it works. So we just need to anger one of these piglin. I'm gonna try not to kill him. There we go. And then they should all run over to me. Okay, this is looking really good. They should be able to get to me. They're gonna all end up in this little drop spot right here, and then due to entity cramming, they should start dying because too many of them are in one spot. They don't seem to be dying, so I'm kind of confused. Did I do something wrong? I seem to have done something wrong, so I'm gonna just hit them with my looting sword and just gather some loot that way. But I'm gonna try and figure out what's wrong, and we'll go back to the drawing board real quick. Thank God for the comment section in YouTube videos. So apparently, guys, it says that you can use slabs in the tutorial, but if you don't use staircases, the piglins can get stuck. And that was what was happening before, so I just need to swap my slabs with staircases right there, and now they can funnel, and entity cramming works just fine. So let's move on to our next project now. I'm going to save for a while and soak some XP and drops, but I think this is enough of the nether. Great to be out of the nether. So I think it's time that I do some ocean exploration, because I noticed that people were draining ocean monuments and as like big projects, and in reality I've never even killed an elder guardian. So I want to go and explore ocean monuments and see what they have in store. I think if you kill an elder guardian you get sponges, and I looked it up and I think there's sometimes a chance to spawn entire rooms made of sponges inside of the ocean monuments. So if we go over here we can find the ocean eventually, and we'll see how many ocean monuments are in our vicinity. Target located. I need to figure out how I want to approach this thing, but we have our buckets of milk so we can make a couple of mistakes. We also have some doors, so let's go in. First thing I want to do is get one of these doors right here so we can breathe, and then I just want to break into there. Oh, is that where the gold is? I'm pretty sure that's the little container where the gold is. Alright, let's block their line of sight so they can't laser me. We just need to get in there though before we get mining fatigue. There we go, mining fatigue. I took too long. I do have buckets of milk, but I didn't want to use them all right now, so we need to go and take care of some of these elder guardians. Okay, so I lost a lot of the footage because my computer crashed, but we're gonna try this again with more milk, and try not to get mining fatigue before we actually can get in there and kill a guardian. So we can place a lot of these doors. I got mining fatigue, oh my goodness, but let's just go in there. Oh wow, that's really close. Let's just rush him down. All right, I don't have any aqua affinity, so I'm running low on bubbles, but I really think we can just berserk this thing down. I'm losing hearts pretty fast. Okay, he's down. It's good. So we can plant some doors. Let's heal back up. Did we get a sponge from that? Yeah, we did. Perfect. This place is like a maze. Lucky for me, I have a lot of doors. Our first sponge room. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've been through a few of these and we have not been able to find any of the sponge rooms. I looked it up on the wiki and it said that there's like a chance for this to spawn, but this isn't in every single monument. So this is really awesome. We're gonna stockpile these and then we can use these for projects. Now with all those sponges collected, and I also have mining fatigue with 1 bucket of milk left, I think that might be a good time to end this little expedition into the oceans. So let's head back home and kind of figure out what we want to do next. We have successfully made it back to my house, so it's time to actually go to sleep, reset the day, get rid of these mobs from around my house. And I think what our next project is going to be is a little bit of maintenance around the house, and also I want to finish some of the basement and kind of extend that project. So you guys know of my love of endstone, but now I want to try using some of the blackstone we get in the nether to add to the design as we try and work with the basement of our house. I'm still thinking of using endstone as part of the walls and stuff, but maybe we can do something with the blackstone, get a little pattern going here. I'm going to work with it for a bit and see if maybe alternating the blackstone into different types of blackstone would be better, because you know it looks like it's all one color. It looks kind of yeah, this is looking really good. So if we alternate the blackstone, whoops, wrong one. If we alternate the blackstone, this actually looks pretty cool. It looks very unique, and actually I don't think I can relate this to any other person's build. So this will look like a Phoenix Death build. This won't look like a Stampy build. This won't look like a Dan TDM build. And now what I think we're going to do is also replace the ground with quartz. Maybe chiseled quartz or some type of quartz brick or something, but maybe quartz could give it like a hallway, like this grand hallway feel. So let's try and replace the floor with it, and we'll see how it looks. Quartz bricks floors is looking really good, and then endstone bricks for the walls. Ooh, this is looking good. I'm happy with all the progress I've been making. I'm liking this little design I got going on. It needs a little bit more work, but as I've been working, I realized I've just been mining all this cobblestone that I'll eventually end up cooking in a furnace and turning it back into stone. So why don't I go and make a pickaxe with some silk touch, so I can actually mine the stone itself. So we're gonna go do that right now and take a little break from this. So we're gonna get a fresh pickaxe. We're gonna rename it to Silky. Then we're gonna make sure to put mending on it, unbreaking as well, silk touch, because that's what we came for, and efficiency 5. So we have a perfect little pickaxe right here, but we don't have any netherite to make it a netherite one. We'll get that later. One of the coolest things you can do with a silk touch pickaxe that I never get too tired of is mining ice, as you can see, and then you can also fuse this together to make blue ice. I think it takes a lot though. It's like 9 packed ice makes blue ice, and 9 normal ice makes 1 packed ice. Well, I wonder if we can make a little farm on the mountains over here and get some ice that way though. Since I've been doing a lot of work in my basement in my house, while this chunk is loaded, why not have a farm nearby that could be running in the background so I could be getting resources the entire time I'm working on my house. So let's work on an iron farm. I want to find a nice little plot of land here and dig down. Then I want to dig out this entire area right here just so that we have space to build the farm in. I also need to dig an exit for myself out of our little project hole. And the weird thing is there's no zombie villagers or anything around here spawning, so what I'm gonna have to do is build a portal all the way back to my original village and somehow get 3 villagers over here. So we have our portal right here, right in front of our farm, and let's see where it drops us in the nether. Oh, actually this is a familiar spot. You can see that's a bridge over there that we've built. So we can actually link this up, I think, if we dig through the walls and kind of just drag our villagers over. So let's try it out. So I've created this netherrack pathway, and as you can see, we've grabbed 3 villagers that we're going to try and transport through the nether. We'll take this one at a time, and hopefully this works out. I think if I block the portal on both entry and exit, I could stop him from wandering. So we're going to break the boat, teleport through with him, and then we need to try and catch him in a boat while he's on the other side. So there he is, he's on the portal. Let's try and get him in a boat. And now that we're on the opposite side of the portal, we just need to find a way to lower him into that hole we dug. There we go. So now he's trapped, and we need to do this for the other 3 villagers. Took me a while, but here's villager number 2 now. So let's break the boat, and then we're gonna place the, oh, he dropped in. Oh, he took fall damage. Okay, but he's still alive, so that's fine. Let's go get the 3rd one now, and now we dropped the final one in. Okay, so now we have all 3 villagers down there, so now we can work on the zombie portion of it after we seal this hole up. Found a zombie to lure into the hole right here, and now to just lure him into his spot, then finally place a slab so he's stuck. Now on this top layer, we're gonna double chest and then place 3 hoppers flowing into it. Finally, we're gonna add a lava bucket right here so that the iron golem can die. And finally, we're gonna place 3 streams of water, causing the iron golem to flow into that lava and die. So we can leave this farm running in the background and we don't have to pay any attention to it. I don't do this too often, but I think now it's time for a good night's rest. For my next project, we're gonna be needing a lot of cats, so let's go near these bodies of water and see if we can find some fish, hopefully get some raw cod, and then we can use that to tame the cats. First few spots were duds, but this looks promising for a cod, so we're gonna take our looting sword and kill a couple of these guys, and then head back to the village. There you are, you freaking kitty. All right, come here. Come take the fish. Take the fish. Okay. Kitty, stop. Oh, you troll. You saw he stopped and he just kept running? Take the dang fish. I know there's a correct way to do this. I don't know it, okay? Get off my back. Stop running. Stop. There we go. I got him. That was the most annoying thing ever. Oh, a second cat. Okay. So now we can start breeding, actually. This is perfect. Come here. Kitty. Come here. Get back here. Nope. Okay, he's trapped. This is easy. We can do this. I'm so bad. There we go. Okay, we caught him. Oh my god, that was embarrassing. But we got both kittens. Now we can breed them for my next project, which is going to be a gunpowder farm. I managed to get all the cats near my house and start breeding them. I did get this 3rd cat right here, so we're gonna get a bunch of diversity among the cats, and then I'm gonna leave 1 copy of each at the farm. I've done an insane amount of breeding over the last couple of days, so we're out of raw cod and raw salmon, so I'm getting some more. I think we're gonna be doing our final batch of breeding before we start building our gunpowder farm. It's safe to say I went a little bit overboard with the cat breeding, but we're gonna be leaving some of these guys in the farm, so it's okay to have a couple of copies of each. For this gunpowder farm, it's going to be a bit of an AFK spot, so it doesn't have to be next to my house, but I do want it somewhat close by. So we're going to level out an area, and we're going to begin placing blocks. Now that I've placed torches and broken down some of the area around here, we're going to place cobblestone in this pattern, and this is going to be the initial frame or foundation for our gunpowder farm. Now we're going to double layer this up, giving creepers space to spawn and nothing else. And then we're going to place trapdoors in this square pattern like this. Now we want to dig down a layer of 2 and place some water buckets, so that way when the creepers fall down here, they'll flow down this tunnel where we will have our little kill chamber. So we have this little tunnel to escape from our kill chamber, but what we're also going to need to do is place down some chests and have the hoppers flow into it. So let's actually carve out a safe space for it. So we're going to first place our 2 chests like this, a double chest, and then we're going to have the hoppers flow into it. And then on top of those hoppers, we're going to want some campfires so that the creepers can get cooked to death, and the drops should fall through the campfire once they're dead. But we don't want the creepers to come through or detonate while we're in here, so we're going to put some glass around it so we can actually watch them die. Now the reason we needed the cats is because creepers are apparently scared of cats, so if we put them in the corners like this, the creepers should run away from the cats and then fall into our little tunnel. The final part of this chamber is just filling in the roof with all of these trap doors, and then we can put a layer of slabs on top. So I skipped ahead and did a second layer. It was exactly a copy of the first layer, except when we're putting the layers on top, we're going to use slabs on the final layer instead of normal blocks to prevent spawning. Now for the final bit, we're going to stack the scaffolding really high up, just so that we can make sure that we control the spawns. We want only mobs to spawn inside of this, and they would be creepers. We don't want them to spawn in caves below us, and we don't want them to spawn around the farm. And now that we're at the top of the scaffolding, we're just going to build a little AFK room like this to avoid any sort of phantom attacks, and also just so we can stand still in here for as long as we feel like it, and it should actually start spawning creepers right now. A little time has passed, so we're going to come down here and see if the creepers started spawning, and yes, as you can see, this is loaded. Wow, we already got 19 gunpowder, so now we can actually safely AFK in the farm, and it should be doing what it's supposed to do. I just didn't want to AFK, and then all of a sudden I realized something is broken. So let's head back up. So I've been AFKing while I work for the day, and I think it's about enough days past where I can go check our farm and just see what we have for loot. Okay, so we can hear the creepers still dying, so that's good. Wow, that's a lot of them. And oh my gosh, we nearly got 4 full rows of gunpowder. That's amazing. And there's still creepers backed up for a while there. I wonder if I can hit them with the looting sword. But anyways, this swarm has been a success. We're just going to let the rest of these creepers die off, and we're going to take some of this gunpowder back with us so that we can make more firework rockets, and we can even make some TNT for future projects. So now that we have all this gunpowder, we're going to actually grab some of the sand that we have collected, and I'm running a little bit low, so we're going to have to grab some more. And we're going to mix it with the gunpowder to make a whole bunch of TNT. Oh, I can't spell. A whole bunch of TNT. And then we're going to add it, so we got 39 stack. We're going to add it to the TNT chest right here. So we only have about 7 to 8 stacks of it, but we're going to need a whole bunch more if we're going to go for a big netherite explosion. One thing I never thought I'd run out of was cobblestone. Jeez, we only have a few stacks left and then a few stones. So I think what we're going to do to replenish all the cobblestone I used on that gunpowder farm is let's go caving for a little bit. We can also use this time to get our silk touch pickaxe and get some ores. And you know, it's just for decoration. You know, we don't actually need to silk touch ores, but just having those blocks available in case I want to decorate some things in the basement would be pretty cool. Perfect. So let's grab some of these coal ores, and we're going to silk touch them just in case. I'm going to want to grab some of this iron too. These are the easy ones to find though. If we can find any diamonds, gold, or emeralds, that'd be pretty good. Didn't find any of those, but actually we got back to the surface somehow. So there's a lot of caving around my house. I think we're going to try and find a new method to get some diamonds for the silk touch experiment. A couple weeks ago, I remember seeing a video saying that it's easy to find diamonds in swamps if you use the, I guess, directional pad square clay that you can find in the ground. So let's find a nice square patch like this. And I think you're supposed to go to the center, then make sure we're facing south, build 3 blocks off in any direction, not any direction, in the southern direction, and then dig down from that 3rd block. So let's go down to diamond level and see if this thing works out. I got ahead of myself and accidentally went down a little bit too low, so let's build up and let's just start mining out in random directions. Oh my god, it's correct. We found diamonds in our first spot. All right. So, okay, we're going to silk touch this. We don't want to actually get the diamonds. So, Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I didn't actually think this would work. Attempt number 2 had nothing, but oh, attempt number 3, this is a mine shaft. All right, so let's actually patch this up. I don't know if a mine shaft generation actually messes with the chances of the diamond, so you know what? I'm gonna just continue downward and see what happens. All right, so we've lowered to, oh, we're at 7, but you know what? We can still dig this out. All right, nothing over here, but we can get some iron ore right there. There's some coal up here. Nothing there. Oh, diamonds again. Oh, we accidentally mined it. Okay, but we can get the others with silk touch. Wow, okay, so this does actually work really well. So we're 2 for 3 right now, actually. And we can actually scoop up all of these extra ores over here and then head back up to the surface. Now let's tunnel back out. The reason I want all these ores, by the way, is so that I can build a treasure room, and I wanted to use actual silk touched ores inside the treasure room of some of the rarest Minecraft treasures. So let's go back to the house and continue working on the basement. From the quartz flooring, you can kind of see I had this one-dimensional design for this, but actually now I think, what if I made multiple floors? So I don't really know if there's a cave or anything in my way below, so we'll deal with that later. But let's build the archway for like a second staircase, and then we can actually go down, and there could be multiple levels to our basement. I'm gonna need a lot more quartz bricks to replace on the flooring. As you can see, I did some of the line work with the blackstone, but that's not the case anymore. If I'm gonna put stairs on both sides, I'm gonna actually need a lot more quartz, so we're gonna probably make a trip to the nether soon. This part of my basement actually falls into a cave system, so it's kind of hard to build. We got the stair pattern going, and we're gonna have to build another layer going back down and connecting into the walls, but I think we can handle this. This tunnel manages to connect from one side to the other on the staircases I just built, but it's all stone here, so I'm gonna have to mine everything out to create this giant room. So let's get started. Thankfully I have my netherite pickaxe, and I also have the silk touch pickaxe. It's only taken us about 15 minutes, and as you can see, it already has, like, most of the roofing is done. I have so much cobblestone on the floor though, so we're gonna have to get organized, put some of these in chests, and put some of them to also cook. I'm a little bit late to the party here, but I forgot, since we have the nether star, we can actually craft ourselves a beacon, and then we can use that beacon to have like a radius around our house that gives us haste, and that will help with all the building and mining down here in the basement. It doesn't have to be permanent, but we're gonna use the iron blocks we got from our iron farm to create a beacon near our house. And beacons, I think the radius goes up, but it doesn't go down. So I'm gonna have like actually it doesn't go down as far. I think it goes down maybe like 10 to 15 blocks. So we're gonna power it up with iron, equip the haste power up, and I think as we dig below our house, we'll be able to, yep, we have the haste buff, so it's perfect. So with that buff, we're seeing a considerable speed up in our mining process, and then we're ready to start swapping the blocks out with quartz, blackstone, and anything else that we want to use. I'm really enjoying the end brick though. I was ready to swap the walls of the staircase out with quartz, but we seem to be out of it, so we're gonna go to the nether and use our TNT to mine for ancient debris while we look for another quartz. The objective for this mining trip is to dig a tunnel in an unexplored area of the nether. That way when I place like 500 TNT, it won't blow up a tunnel that I previously built. So we'll be able to get lots of nether quartz and ancient debris this way. I've been going in a straight line for about 5 minutes now. My hand is starting to cramp a bit. I think this is far enough, so we're gonna actually start unloading some of this TNT in just a straight line. We can double up, it doesn't really matter. We just need to get as much of it down as possible. Hopefully, I don't think there's any lava trickling down, so it's not gonna trigger early. And now the final touch, we light up the TNT and get the heck out of there before it explodes. Gonna be really laggy. I think it's a couple stacks full, and that's like all of our gunpowder in there. So let's check out what the explosion looks like. Okay, so the explosions, oh my gosh, should have been done by now. You can see the nether quartz, you can see some gold in the walls. I don't see any ancient debris, but we can go a little bit farther down the tunnel. This is good, this is really good. So we can actually mine and get the ancient debris like we planned. Just bridging up in the air because we found our first piece of ancient debris. We don't have any way of losing it in the lava since lava can't destroy ancient debris, but I don't think I see any more. I have to keep going. Oh, there's a lot more. I'm blind. Yeah, we're gonna mine all of this out and then continue down our tunnel. We came to the nether for the quartz in the first place, so we can't skip it when we find it here in the tunnels. We'll pick this up. and then mine the rest of these out of the wall. And I think we're getting a good deposit of quartz that we can build our little flooring in our basement. Still missing a lot of nether quartz, and we only got 5 ancient debris from that first tunnel. So we're gonna go a little bit crazy with this second tunnel. You can see I have 9 or 8 full stacks of TNT, and I'm gonna just place this all in a straight line or until we hit our staircase and then just let it rip. Okay, so we only have 6 left over. Let's light this sucker up and see what we got going for us. Okay, gotta get out of here though. It'd be funny if that's how the 100 days ended, or just on day like 99 get blown up by TNT. That actually wouldn't be funny. That'd be terrible. Okay, the TNT blew up the entire staircase we had, so I'm gonna have to kind of just lower myself down carefully, but this is looking actually better than our first tunnel. You can see some ancient debris right there. Here's a pretty big node right here, so let's just mine this. And I do have enough space in my shulker boxes, so even the fortune won't give us enough to fill all of that up, but I can get every little bit. There's so much nether quartz, oh my gosh, and the fortune is just making it so much. I don't think I'm gonna run out of space, I mean run out of quartz anytime soon. We've reached the end of the tunnel. There seems to be a giant lava wall that I can't really get past here. I'm trying to see if there's anything in here, maybe like one ancient debris or something, but nope, no luck. So we're gonna head back now to the surface and kind of figure out what we're doing next. From our little expedition, I got 39 pieces of netherite scrap, which can be turned into, I think, approximately 9 netherite ingots. So that's actually enough to make our first netherite block. So yeah, we only have enough to make 1, so I'm gonna make a netherite block right now. There we go. And that's gonna be the first step into making our netherite beacon. And look at that thing, that looks so cool. It's very expensive block. I don't know how long it's going to take us to make the beacon, but you know, that's a good project to have in mind. Well, that's enough nether fun for now. So what we're going to do is actually fill in the walls, and actually the staircase is in need of the nether flooring tiling, and I don't know what design I want to go with for the walls yet. So we're going to first mine this out, and then I want to decide on a design. Thanks to haste, we cut through this like butter. So for filling in this tiling, maybe we can try without filling the entire floor in with stone bricks. Maybe we can do like a pattern where the black and the white intersect, creating like a checkered pattern. So I'm gonna do 2 squares like this, and maybe we can yeah, put outline of black, and let's see how that looks. And done. Yeah, that looks kind of cool actually. I don't see anything wrong with it, though the wall is going to take some effort too to make it look nice. So I don't know if we're going to stick with the design or not, but this is looking pretty good. It's a nice start. I've been messing around with the design for this black stone pillar right here. I don't think we're going to need 2 of them, so I'm going to rip one out and extend the wall back 1 more layer of end stone brick, restocked on blocks. So what I think I'm going to do is kind of mimic the floor tiling on the ceiling. I think it can have the same effect if we just do an outline of black stone bricks, and then in the center we can just do the nether quartz. So I don't know if it's going to be an issue. Yeah, it's able to mimic the shape, so I think this is a lot better than what I was doing before. This is actually pretty good. Now that I have my resources restocked, we need to redo this entire design on the opposite stairwell as well. I can't fill out the entire basement, but I do want to have this stairwell complete before the end of our 200 days. We got 1 more row of end stone bricks to place, and we are done with the second staircase, so this is pretty good. Coming to the end of our 200-day segment, I can't start any new projects, but what we can do is prepare ourselves for what we will be doing in our 300-day segment. So I'm going to actually get more gunpowder, and I'm going to need more sand, because I really want to try and get that netherite beacon going. So we're going to get these creeper kills right here, going to load up onto more gunpowder, and then also I want to go get some more sand. I've been looking for a source of sand nearby my house for a while now, and instead of going all the way over to where we have the ocean monuments, we were able to find a sand or a desert. I think it's a little bit to the east, I want to say. So that's where we're going to be loading up our shulker boxes with lots of sand, and then we can make TNT, sandstone, and just have sand left over for glass and any other projects we want to get started. Filling this shulker box is coming along nicely. I'm going to also pick up some sandstone because I don't want to waste all my sand converting it over. So we'll have 2 different shulker boxes filled with different stuff. There we go, a full shulker box full of sand, and I still have so many of it on the ground. So all my tools are pretty damaged, so let's head back to our nether gold farm and actually get our equipment all back up to max health. It is so easy to get all the XP back on my tools. I should never be in danger of all my durability or my tools breaking. And now we're maxed out on XP, so we're free to move on from here. And I think that's going to be a good place to wrap it up for today. I'm not going to start any new projects as we're on the tail end of this challenge, and I have some organizing to do with all these shulker boxes and some of the loot I got from the nether. Just going to head to bed on the final night. And perfect. That's how I've survived 200 days of hardcore Minecraft. If you guys are enjoying the series, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I know it's not the most frequent of uploads for this series, but I do want to continue doing this and other challenges like it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. As always, this is Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later.